Again, we would like to greet each of you in the precious name of Jesus, who died on the cross of Calvary that we might have a right to the tree of life. I want to thank you this morning for, again, allowing me to visit with you in your homes. Trusting that everybody is feeling well and yet remaining prayerful. So we're desiring all of your prayers this morning that the Lord will speak to each of our hearts as we attempt to worship Him this morning in the Spirit and in truth. We want to talk with you today out of the book of Nahum. We want to use chapter 1 of Nahum's prophecy and verse number 7 that we have chosen for our text for the message. Our subject would suggest itself from the same said verse. So Nahum's chapter 1 and verse 7. The Lord is good, a strong hold in the day of trouble, and He knoweth them that trust in Him. Our text for the message we're going to use for our subject today. I want to talk about a good, strong hold to hold on to. A good, strong hold to hold on to. We like to do a subtopic today. We're going to use these words to try it and see. Try it and see. Nineveh was the last capital city of the ancient Assyrian Empire. We find that Nineveh stood on the eastern banks of the Tigris River, some 230 miles north of present-day Baghdad. Assyria was settled some more than 5,000 years before the birth of Christ. But in 612 BC, the Babylonians combined with the Med's army. They captured Assyria. Not only did they capture this ancient city of Assyria, but they also destroyed this ancient city. We find that It was in the mid 1800s. That archaeologists unearthed this site that was known as Assyria. And in so doing, they found a great treasure of the last king of Assyria, who was uh, Ashur-banipal. They found his great library and manuscripts, found articles pertaining to their religion. They found that Assyria worshiped many gods. They believed in idols, gods, and they felt that human destiny rested in these many gods. There were gods over the earth, and they believed in gods of the air, gods of whirlwind, gods of even of water. They believed that there were many gods, and they determined the future of all forms of life. They even had the winged bull, who they felt warded off danger, and they warded off sickness. It is said that the elite leaders of countries in that day, they would take idols God to them, and that they would heal them of their sicknesses and all of their diseases. But Nahum, who was a great prophet of this book that bears his name, we know in the words of the text that the prophet is saying that the Lord is good, and that he is a stronghold in the day of trouble. And he goes on to say in the words of the text that the Lord knoweth them that trust in him. So let's look at the beginning of the prophet's writing in this book of Nahum. He begins by talking about the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Cushite. And in the second verse of his writing, he declared that God is jealous. I think many of us have heard and perhaps have read down through the years that God is a jealous God, and that he has assured the whole world that thou shalt have no other God before me. Yes, him saying that God is jealous. And the Lord revenges. He repeats it again. He said that the Lord revenges, and that the Lord is furious. Although he is a great loving God, but yet he can get furious when he gets ready. And he goes on to say that not only is he revengers, but he will take vengeance on his adversary. So anyone that make him or herself an adversary of God, we're putting ourselves in a bad position. He said not only does God take vengeance on his adversary, but he also reserved the wrath for his enemy. So it is dangerous, my brother and my sisters, being an enemy of the Lord. And in verse number 3, the prophet saying that the Lord is, although he is a loving God, and he is slow to anger, and the Lord is great in power, and he will not acquit the wicked. In other words, we're not going to get by. One of these days, we're going to have to come face to face with our God. And the prophet goes on to say that God has his way in the whirlwind, and the Lord has his way in the storms, and the clouds that we see, Lord, over our head. The writer said that the clouds are the dust of the Lord's feet. And the Lord will rebuke the sea. He knows how to trouble the sea, and he's able to make the sea dry. And he dries up all of the rivers of Lord. And there is a place that will call by the name of Bashan. He said that it languishes and Carmel and the flowers of Lebanon languishes too. And then heard, Lord, the prophet said that the mountains quake at the voice of the Lord, and the hills will melt down to nothingness, and the earth, Lord, is burned up at the presence of the Lord, and the world, and they that dwell therein. Then the prophet asked not only a serious question, but he's asking the world a question even today, when he said, who is able to stand before the indignation of the Lord, and who can abide in the fierceness of God's anger, and his fury is poured out just like blood, and even the Lord is able to throw down rocks down into the earth. But then he said, that's when he got down to the words of our text and said, the Lord is a good God. Am I right about it? And the Lord, he been good to me. I know the Lord have been good to you. The Lord is good to all of us. The reason I know that the Lord is good because he woke us up early this morning. The Lord is good because he put food on our table. The Lord is good because he's holding our weak and trembling hand. The Lord is good. I heard the writer say that he is a strong God. I know he's strong. If my Lord is able to hold the whole world in his hand at the same time. So hold on to God's unchanging hand. He can hold stronger than cement. He's able to hold stronger than a gorilla glue. He's stronger than any form of vice grips. Am I right about it? He's stronger than any channel locks. We need to hold on to him. He is dependable. We can trust in his word. What we tell him, he won't tell anybody else. I'm glad that the Lord not only is holding on to me, but he's holding on to you. Let us cling to him and hold on to him, and don't let him go. And if there's anybody in the TV land today that have never tried him, we need to try him and see for ourselves. We'll see that he will not forsake us, and neither will he leave us all alone. So hold on to God's unchanging hand. No matter what we are going through with in this life, God is able to bring us out of it. So just hold on. He was holding on to. There's nothing else that is strong as the hands of our God. So yes, he is a good stronghold in the time of trouble. Yes, we're troubled on every side. So don't give up, but keep on looking to the hill from when cometh our help. For all of our help cometh from the Lord who made the heaven. He made the earth. He will not suffer. The Lord will not suffer our foot to be move. Oh, to His hand, to God's unchanging hand. Oh, to His hand, and to God's unchanging hand. We can build our hope on things eternal. We can tell to God's unchanging hand. Oh, children, hold to His hand. Other God's unchanging hand. Oh, to His hand, and God's unchanging hand. We can build our hope on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand.